Dallas Cowboys, let's pivot to them.
Yeah.
Dr. Jerry Jones doing his twice per week appearances on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. He was at it again yesterday, and they've got this weird balance because he's kind of found a Tony Romo. Not that Cooper Rush is ever going to be as good as Tony Romo was, but there are comparisons. An undrafted guy who comes in and just wins football games and leads the team and stabilizes things. And wow, I found him. I'm the owner. I'm the GM. I found him. So you take some pride in your discovery, and you kind of want to see what it becomes. And now you got Dak Prescott with his thumb, and can he grip the ball, and is he ready to play, and are we maybe going to hold him off a little bit just to see how much magic is left in the tank for Cooper Rush? Here's Jones yesterday trying to navigate through this process as he comments on Dak Prescott, potentially returning this weekend against the Rams.
Well, I know that it's better, and I know that he's going to go out there every day and make progress toward being able to grip the ball. I don't know that you could ask for better news, technically, physically, and how it's responding, how it's healing, so to speak.
Is he able to grip the football now?
No, not well enough to play.
So is there an amount of games or a record or a win streak that would change the plan this year?
No. I think we've, as I see it right today.
As I see it right today, that's the beauty of silence, of not saying anything, because Jerry will eventually amend what he said. Any number of wins from Cooper Rush that can change your plans? No. Well, maybe. Today, no. Tomorrow, get back to me. And you know, it's funny. That's the morning show, Sean and RJ.
Right.
Because I'll go on there from time to time. He'll do the morning show and then the mid-morning show. And every time he does the morning show, it sounds like they woke him up when they called him. It cracks me up every time. He's got that deep voice.
Yeah, it's still raspy, like he's just drinking a sip of his coffee and getting going there.
Like he's literally in bed when the phone rings.
He might
for
be.
the spot. And I got to admire the fact, I mean, look, this is the ultimate carnival barker. He's on that station twice per week. He's giving the people what they want. And that's their flagship station. I'm sure it's part of their deal. But this is what he does. He's hyping up his product. But, Chris, look, I think he wants to let it ride as long as Cooper Rush's hand is hot. Dak's hand isn't healed as long as Cooper's hand is hot. And then the moment it starts to cool off, that's when Dak's going to be fine. And they're trying to hold Dak off long enough to just let's see. We got the Rams. Let's see. Let's just see. And it'll take care of itself. If he can't move the ball against the Rams, then it's done. Then you got the Eagles on Sunday Night Football.
Right.
Now, let's see. Let's just see. And I say this all the time. Starting quarterback. You got a backup who's 100%. You got a starter who is somewhere under 100.
Right.
And he's getting better, and he's getting better, and he's getting better.
Right.
At what point is starter under 100? At what number?
Yeah.
Is it better than backup at 100?
Yeah.
And the problem is backup at 100 is playing so well that the ceiling for the starter to come back is getting higher and higher.
Right. Well, yeah, the ceiling's getting higher, and then what's the point of like the desperation or to pull the trigger to make that move? I think to what you're saying, Mike. I think that's the big thing too, right? Like why? You know, why rush him back and then have him miss maybe a handful of throws in the football game in a big game against the Rams?
Russell Wilson last year.
Right.
Hey, Dak, look at what Russell did last year. He rushed back, and he was never effective the whole year.
Never.
That's the best argument they can make to
Never. Into the fact where it almost actually led into this year early in the year. Maybe he's just not the same guy anymore. You know, and that because that gives you a jump-off point. There's too many visual things we saw last year that we didn't like from Russell Wilson. So, one, you have that public perception that could possibly go the wrong way if you're Dak Prescott. Two, like you're saying, Cooper Rush is playing well. Three, we said this at the time of the injury. Remember with the thumb? I mean, I think the thumb is the most important finger gripping and throwing a football. If you can't spread that thumb out and grip the ball, then you're not going to be able to control it, throw spirals, body's in an awkward position. Now I need to kind of flick it with my hand and my wrist. Wait, forget it. You can't do that because you can't flick it because your thumb is not capable of gripping the ball or controlling it that way. So that's where I I don't see the point in rushing it back, let alone if it's, hey, the progress is good and all that. Like we talked about yesterday. Why the rush? The bigger picture here is Dallas has shown us that they're legit. They're good. Let's not throw it all out the window here just to rush Dak Prescott back for a Week 5 Rams football game. Cooper Rush has been good. It has been good. But in reality, like I said yesterday, if Dak Prescott had played this way with these numbers and they were 3-1, people would go, is something wrong with Dak? What's wrong with the Dallas offense? So, that's where the perception's not meeting the reality here. Yes, Cooper Rush has been good. Cooper Rush had plenty of mistakes in this game against Washington. Like I said yesterday, too, he threw 2 interceptions. He got lucky. There was a penalty. There was plays to be had on the field in the Giants game. Here's the numbers there. They don't blow you away. The defense won the game against the Bengals. All right, it was 7-6 in the late in the second quarter, and they were losing to the Washington Commanders in this one. So, I'm a little sick of the hype. I understand it. I'm sick of the hype around Cooper Rush and people making it a big deal. But at the same time, I want to go, let's not rush him out the door just because Dak's finger is feeling better, his thumb is feeling better. There's no rush. Things are going good. They're going to need Dak. That's the one thing I want to keep pounding in people's brain. They're going to need Dak if they want to make a big Super Bowl run.
Yeah, these victories now are just a way. And look, they need the wins. The Giants are 3-1. The Eagles are 4-0. They got to keep up with the pack in the NFC East, although they're in good position to get a wild card berth, even if they would finish in third place, but they need to keep winning games. They're winning games without Dak, which we didn't think they would do. Remember, that injury happens week 1, Sunday night. Oh, crap. Cowboys are screwed. 6 to 8 weeks, Cowboys are screwed. And then you hear 6 to 8 weeks, no 6 weeks, no 4 to 6 weeks, no 4 weeks. They were trying to will this into some sort of a miracle because they were concerned they were screwed. And then what happens? They beat the Bengals. Oh, well, how about that? And then they beat the Giants. Oh, how about that? And then they beat the Commanders. Well, how about that? And now they roll the dice against the Rams. And I don't think Dak Prescott's going to play. I think they've recognized they have a cushion now. And they can see what happens and they can let Dak heal because they're going to need him for the stretch run. You'd rather have him be 100% in the stretch run than come back at less than 100% and potentially impair himself and not be 100% or as close to it as possible for the stretch run. Because that's the thing. Strive to be in contention when December 1 rolls around, and then you put it in overdrive. And that defense is remarkable.
That's the other thing, Mike.
The 49ers and the Cowboys have kept a team from scoring 20 points this year. And Shireen Williams, who has been a Cowboys fan her whole life, I believe, pointed out to me on Sunday, the Cowboys, for the first time since 73, have given up this kind of point. The fewest in 4 games since that year of 1973, back in the days of the Doomsday defense, back in the days when everybody was playing great defense because the rules hadn't relaxed yet to make it easier for offensive to move the ball through the air. So the Cowboys are a little out of whack from a balance standpoint because right now it's all defense or mostly defense, but the offense is doing enough. Dak comes back 100%. You may have a team that is as balanced right now as the Eagles are.
Exactly right. I think that's the point. I mean, we knew Dallas's defense was better under Dan Quinn. I didn't expect it to be like this. I did not. Dan Quinn, I mean, I'm amazed about what he's doing. I mean, he reinvented himself. I know we've had this discussion a few times, but yeah, they're opportunistic, they're talented, they're creative. They can rush the quarterback with 4, and they can also be creative and stress out your protection and cause mismatches that way too. So yeah, they got a lot of things working for them. Their offensive line is showing that it's, even without Tyron Smith is better than I expected. There's enough of a run game. But I think, the defense, like you're talking about, a little balance, and Cooper Rush not making any major mistakes to this point is the way they're winning the games. And they've been lucky in the way the schedule has fallen out here, too. I know the Giants are 3-1. I don't think any of us expect them to keep up this pace and be a real juggernaut in the NFC. Washington, I think, is stinky, sucky, ducky, stinky, dinky. That's not going to change all year. And Cincinnati, they caught them at the right time with trying to figure themselves out early in the year. But at some point, They're going to start to play teams, whether it's the Eagles later in the year or better football teams, where they're going to go, wait, we can't just win a game 17-14 or 20-16. We are going to need now our quarterback to make some big throws to Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb and plays that are outside the realm of, hey, here's an open guy in the playbook. And that's where Dak Prescott's going to come in, and that's where, to your point, don't rush him back. Don't have the chance of him hitting his thumb this weekend and then him being out for another 8 weeks. Let's just play it out. You got a good football team. It's not worth the risk right now.
They've got a couple of tough games coming up.
Yep.
At the Rams, at the Eagles. That Eagles game, that's Sunday Night Football.
Oh,
Look,
I know.
We're contractually required to hype the NBC games. We don't
but
really need to try to hype that one.
Right.
That's a good. That's one that you put a big star on that one. Although
no doubt, I think we could have some presence on the field in the pregame for that one. And that's how big that's getting right now. You might see Maria Taylor and Jason Garrett down on the football field for that one.
I'll be in studio.
Whoa. That you know it's a big game then. Florio's coming. Woo, baby.
Maybe I'll actually see you on Saturday night this time.
But yeah, you will. Know. Come to the house. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll figure that out.
Lions and Bears after that, so a couple of winnable games. Though with the Lions, who the hell knows? That'll test that defense if nothing else. The Lions can score points. The problem is they can't stop teams from scoring. Then they got their bye. Then it's at the Packers, at the Vikings, Giants for Thanksgiving. So there's some games there. I was looking at the Eagles' schedule.
Right.
They've got a lot of winnable games.
Yes, they do.
And I know they're all winnable, but I'm saying you look at it and say, well, that's easy.
Well, that
that's
team's
easy,
clearly
that's easy,
better.
that's easy,
right.
That's easy.
Right.
Yeah, clearly.
Right.
Like, big check mark, they're going to win this game.
Right,
it's not
unless
even
they
a
mess
question.
it up. Yeah.
Right. And the Cowboys got some games like that too. So we got something going on here. And we got this Cowboys-Eagles game coming up that I think is going to be potentially a great one. And maybe that's when Dak will be back. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Cooper Rush one more time. Maybe they'll roll the dice and see what they can do with their defense against Jalen Hurts and company, even if they don't have Dak. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.